A big thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, and a big thanks to all of these donators of $5 or more. Brian D0313, Dead Zergling, Radio Raptor, and Vlad Tepish 3176. You all helped make these episodes possible. Howdy, insufferable gaming fans. Your old pal Rosser here with some more Horologium RPG. Last time, we went to the limits of the currently available content with the Knight of the Shire, but now it's time to completely shift gears 180 degrees and play some more with Imp the Naked. Now, I am used to playing melee after the last few weeks, so this is going to be a little bit tricky to get used to it again. So what do we have with Imp? We recently picked up the Dry Icicle, which is a piercing shot. And since there are now Area 3 quests, I decided to pick them up and see which ones would be easy, which ones would be difficult, and how it would balance out with the Imp while we go along. So, I also want to find out whether or not the Imp will be able to take out the boss of Area 3, the Gardener, if he's horribly underleveled. Which, has been the case in some instances. Right off the bat, we've got, several enemies that we can fight. And, wow, those things actually move. Color me surprised. Not really sure where their health bar went. Must have been an option I screwed up somewhere along the way, but hell if I know how to get it back. Oh well. Well, that's neither here nor there. We don't need no health bars. They just confuse us anyway. So let's head down and see if we can, in fact, live long enough first to get to the Gardener, which we can't. So right off the bat, it looks like, as far as being able to get to the boss of the area, we have hit a wall, so we are actually going to need to make an effort to do some real leveling up, or at least get better equipment, so that's good. You don't want to have things be too ridiculously easy right off the bat. Alright, we are equipped with the Wand of Yellow Oozes. And in order to get the weapon quest done, we will need to get Truck's Intellect, and a bunch of Lesser Clerics, which is easy, and Lesser Wizards, which is lesser easy. So we can do that. So let's just start touring around and seeing if... Oh, there was a cow down there, too. Not having the health bars of enemies makes it kind of hard to see some of them. So that might be a bit of a concern. Give me just 1 minute and I will see if I can turn those back on. I was able to determine the problem. You see, I accidentally had stereoscopic 3D enabled, which I kept trying to turn on and off because I had it for another game I was recording. Anyway, so taking a look at things, it seems like Ice Bolt isn't quite doing it for us. Let's take a look at some of our other things that we can use. I remember I was using a lot of fire skills before. So we've got the Fire Bolt and we've got the Fire Bomb, both of which were working pretty good before, as I recall. So let's try that. Okay, maybe I don't need to throw quite so many of the fire balls, which cost more MP. But fire bolts, I can spam those all day, so that's cool. And probably will need to. Whoa, easy there, killer. No one likes a smartass. So, how fast are we going to level up? Also, can we maybe destroy the enemies before they get to us? This is kind of rough. I seem to be almost going backwards. So, let's see. Here's another good question. Can I go to Area 2 and farm some levels? If I need to, which I very well might. I don't quite remember what the level caps are, so we'll just hit up the sign for the level to find out. Just shoot everywhere and attack many foes with fiery doom. Why not? And teleport around, just 'cause I can. Here's Area 2. Doesn't say what the level cap is, but there's a sign down here that'll show us the Area 3 information. I think. Let's put up a couple of turrets to screen us. Wow, that's rough. Gotta keep moving. I'd forgotten about that when playing Imp, so I am far out of practice for this. Clearly. And also, it looks like I am not, in fact, getting any XP for Area 2 enemies, so I am going to have to actually do my leveling up in Area 3. So, that's going to be a little tricky, but I think I can handle it. Here's hoping. Oh, let's just kind of ease our way into it, and I will try to not have that happen. We can get plenty of armor and levels, I think. What I really want to do is hit level 70 for the new available items. Also, we need to kill some of these wizards. They've got an instant hit spell, which is bad if you don't have much life. I mean, if you're kind of tanky, you can handle it, but when you die in basically 1 or 2 hits, that's a little bit rough to handle. Because if you got 2 or 3 wizards on screen at once and they all hit you with the instant hit lightning, you just dead in your tracks, man. Ain't nothing you can do about it, except to try to keep moving. Which is very possible, but like I say, I'm a bit out of practice, so I'm gonna attempt to get used to it again. Of course, we're using the fireballs and not the fire bolts, because at this point in the game we just need the extra punch. And I will try to make my way to the boss. Now, of course, being a little bit slower and more methodical, taking out enemies as we see them. Like this flame cow. Oh no, something healed it. There must be another cleric around. There was indeed, and now I'm blinded. Now, many bosses are gonna be... Whoa, 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 whoa. No, you don't. Seems like 2 fireballs are about the order of the day for most of the enemies in this area. And I do need to pick up the shoes and clothes and whatnots. Definitely hit something. These guys got nades. 3 nades in hand. Oh shit. Yep, there was that instant wizard hit I was talking about. Need to use some health ups. And teleporting around is my friend here. Oh god. It's the prime slime. Let's fireball the shit out of it. I almost got away with that. Almost. Almost. But I did hit level 70, which is what I wanted, so now we can take a look at our skill set. So what do we get at level 70? First of all, we're on Lightning. That's maxed out, which is a shame because I love it. We get some more Chain Lightning. That actually could be helpful. Of course, we want to always up our Teleport. Town Portal, sure. What else? That's maxed. This will be maxed, so that's a Fire Bomb. And those are improved. Have not found much use for the Fire Lash Out, but that might be because it's just such a low skill level. Fire Snake summons a winding serpent, scorching all in its path. Okay, I'm anxious to try that. And Ice Skills, maxed. Ice Pillar, and done there. Okay, so that's all our skills taken care of. The one I'm excited about is the Fire Snake. It uses a lot of MP. But you know, it depending on how it moves, it could be really good, and we use that with the F key. So let's just try it now. Aww. That's random. Very random. I didn't hit anything with it. But it could be a boss killer, so if I can actually make it to the gardener, we'll try it out. I think that fighting Prime Slime is going to be my best bet of actually leveling up. Ah! It hit that guy, but it didn't kill him. And then he insta-hit me in retaliation, so I guess we can aim the Fire Snake a bit. But we're going to have to level it up if we want to really make it viable for later. I always pick up those piles of clothing for Barbie's quest in this area because they're the more rare of the things as opposed to the footwear, which you find all over the damn place. Hey, a rune cloak. I could use one of those. So much health I'm losing. But we're almost to the boss's lair, so let's make a run for it. Yeah! Extreme spamming! Did not help save my life there. The teleporting might. Oh god. Oh god. Yep, not gonna one-shot that early. That was painfully obvious, though I did do a little bit of damage to him, so it wasn't a total loss. But, you know, basically, we're just seeing what's what. So now, I think what I'm going to have to do is, you know, do the leveling up, do the picking up of new armor, which is coming about a little slowly, but that's okay. Where did I pick up a armband? I don't know, but I'll take it. Yeah, I remember getting that. Anyway, that's what I will do, and we will cut back in when I'm a little bit more equipped to deal with the rigors of Area 3, or when I'm ready to turn in a quest, whichever comes first. So I will see you then. Okay, I am back with some more of this. Now, I have managed to actually beat the Gardener at level 86, and I did it exclusively using the Fire Tree with just a little hint of Brain Freeze from the Ice Tree. And I will show you how I did that, but first, before we do that, I will show you all of these other skills and why they are or aren't currently useful. So we can work on a little balancing for those and see what Area 3 does to us at this point. You know, close to max levels. I haven't turned in any other quests yet because, frankly, you know, going into the south side to collect Hydralisks is pretty much suicide for Imp at this point. And everything else, kind of hard to get to, but we're getting there. Of course, I've got only one more pile of clothes. But aside from that, everything else is progressing at a decent pace, like you'd expect. Oh, there's my one pile of clothes now. Let's see if that actually gets me enough XP to do anything with here. And not really. But that's okay, it was at least something. You know, it doesn't feel like a waste of time, but at the same time it doesn't feel particularly rewarding, but that can be tweaked at a later time. Now, here's a weird thing I've noticed, and this has just been for Imp so far. Sometimes if I hit the button, it double casts. See? One hit. One hit. I don't know what's up with that. It's to my advantage, so I ain't too worried about it. But let's go through all of the different skills that I've been using. Firebolt, completely outclassed, so I've been using Firebomb. That will hurt you as well. Fire Cannon is good for scouting ahead, because that will summon a thing, and if there's anything there, it'll shoot at it. Now, this isn't super useful for leveling, though, and I'll show you why. As soon as something hits, the enemies start moving. And they usually either get out of range or attack you directly. And it takes several hits for your turrets to do anything, so even if you've got 4 of them on the screen at once, it takes a while for them to kill anything. So you can't just rely on them as a matter of course, but they are good for weakening enemies up and, like I say, scouting ahead to see if anything is down there. And occasionally they'll just kill stuff on their own, so that's cool. Let's see, what else we got here? Let's get some distance. We've got Fire Lash. Fire Lash Out. It's supposed to randomly lash out at enemies for 218 damage. Now, I put it on. I have noticed that it doesn't seem to actually do anything. So you'll notice it's not hurting this slime at all. It's the only thing here. So you would think that it would randomly lash out at it at the very least. But it is doing no such thing, so let's get the hell out of there. I've never seen it actually do any damage, so it might be slightly glitched. Then we have Fire Snake. Fire Snake is interesting. I've come to really love it. It's not a be-all, end-all, but it has some very good uses. Wherever you have your cursor when you hit F, that's where it starts from. And if the enemy runs away, naturally it hits them multiple times. So if you have an enemy that runs away from you instead of towards you, hits it a couple of times. And this is good, also good for clearing out large concentrations of enemies in front of you. So that was key in my battle with the Gardener. Next, let's look at the Ice catalog. Brain Freeze, of course, we've been using. Ice Pillar is nothing new. Dry Icicle is nothing new, so all we have is Ice Spray. Now, it will hit enemies, in a cluster, and it'll slow them. So you think, alright, this seems like it's pretty useful. Like, we could go down here and we could fight all of these Zerglings and Hydralisks, right? Well, yes and no. See, there's a slight problem with it, which I will show you as soon as I clear out some room here. The Dry Icicles, also, I still love it. But, if only it did a little more damage, because it takes 3 hits to kill enemies that Firebomb would kill in 2. Although it doesn't explode in your face, so that's the advantage of it. But let's look at this Ice Mist, if we can get down here. Alright, you use it. It doesn't quite have enough oomph to kill the enemies in 1 hit. So, if you have something that's right on your ass, and it doesn't hit them with the bounce back, you know, you're looking at a pretty good recast time before you can actually hit them. And if you're surrounded on both sides, you can kiss your ass goodbye, and we'll see that here in a second. As I find more of these little fellas to... Of course he wouldn't be dead yet. Uh-oh, it's you. I love the dry ice, but man, does it eat up a lot of MP. Hey, Truck's Intellect. I need that to make that thing that I need. But anyway, blam. Knocks them back, and they just keep on a-coming. I guess, you know, overall you could use it in conjunction with other things, but to do that you're really going to need to be on the ball and thinking fast. So, you know, the ice tree is still viable at least, so I like that. Okay, here comes a mess of them. Boom. Oh crap. And they didn't all die, so... multiple ice spears. Very, helpful, multiple ice spears are. Okay, so this isn't too bad either. It's got its uses. You can kind of, you know, take out groups like this. So that's cool. So next we have the lightning tree finally, and the lightning tree was great earlier game because, of course, you've got the basic bolt, which is an instant hit. You're thinking, that's cool. But then you've also got chain lightning, which in theory hits a bunch of enemies in a row. But the problem here is that it takes 3 hits to kill anything at this point, and by the time you hit the enemies 3 times, pretty much completely dead. Oh, and as far as buying potions goes for Imp, you might as well just accept the fact that you'll be buying full mana potions this early, because nothing else is even worth your time. So, full mana potions only, but you can just use regular heals, because, you know, not much HP. And so that's how that pans out. So getting back to the lightning tree, what else do we have? Like I say, chain lightning, not as useful as you would hope. Thunderclap is basically almost the same as ice spray because it knocks back all of your foes. But the thing about Thunderclap is it costs more and it does less damage. And it doesn't slow the enemies. So, you know, unless it scales up faster, there's no point in using it yet, as far as I can tell. Static electricity, I've never used much, so that's pretty much all of my thoughts on the various skills we picked up. So now, to the Gardener. And like I say, I beat it using almost only the fire tree. The trick, of course, is getting to the Gardener in the first place, which is pretty tough. But what we're going to do is we're going to head in there, and we're basically just going to use teleport to make a beeline for them. And if we encounter any enemies on the way, you know, we'll have to back up into the park and try to thin them out before things get too bad. You don't want to just teleport to a boss fight and nothing else, because if you do that, you're going to wind up getting overwhelmed pretty quickly, so you have to use some semblance of strategy at least. I find that the best approach is to go west and then south along the bottom, or the south along the western edge of the Area 2 map to get to the Gardener. Now, after all of this build-up, watch me not be able to beat him this time, and that would be hilarious. Indeed. See, another thing about Firebomb is that it is only just now stopped scaling up with my levels. So it does the most damage out of any... It does the most damage to MP ratio out of anything, I think. Plus, its rapid cooldown means you can spam the crap out of them, so... It's really the best purely destructive skill that Imp has. Oh yeah, I got through with Nurse Agalius's quest as well, so that was a thing. But yeah, okay, now we just head down to the south. Also, I was right in my assumption that killing Prime Slimes would be the fastest way to level up with Imp, because you can teleport away and spam the crap out of these fire bombs. Okay, here's what I'm talking about with the enemies coming up. And the Fire Snake, you know, like I say, you got a wide swath of enemies. Ah, crap. I was trying to blast them back with my Frost Spray, but I guess the thing about Frost Spray is that it hits enemies right next to you, whereas the Thunderclap, in theory, yeah, you can actually target that. But by the time you want to use it, you know, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be because the enemies are right on top of you, so, you know. Let's try this again. In fact, let me just crack this open real quick. We'll do it to it. So fortified with vitamin beer, we carry on. Alright. Hey, it's Tinker Thingy person.
I'll take care of it.
Whoops. And I immediately got confused and started using the wrong skills. And that's what happened as a result. I can't really teleport because you can only teleport to line of sight. Okay, we good now. Let's slowly move down here. We'll use our fire turrets to lead the way. Slowly making our way to the right. Yep, there's the thing. Yeah, gotcha. Anyone else? Someone.
I'll take care of it.
Good, good. And the wizards. And the cows. Alright. Now if we get close enough to see the entrance, we'll just make a break for it. Naturally, I'm getting slowed down now because someone had to use the garage door. It happens. I wish there was some kind of latency monitor down here like there is for Diablo 3, another Blizzard game. You can see exactly what the latency is at all time and its base effect on your performance. Okay, let's do this. Now here's the strategy. Shoot the crap out of fireballs. Then use a fire snake to clear out the Drek. And continuously be reapplying your whatchamacallits. Ah, shit, man, get out of there. Mana potions. You want to use lots of mana potions at a rapid pace. Well, I mean, be reasonable with it. Fire Snake, you know, you want to do it every once in a while, just to keep things cleared out. And it works. Then get your ass over to the other side. And heal up pretty frequently, too, because these enemies will wreck you. Don't worry about where the enemy might be, because you'll hit something. Whoops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy. And, you know, just try not to panic. That's the important thing. And we've almost got it. Crap! And I'm dead, because I hit the wrong button instead of teleport. See, having this many buttons confuses me. And then I get mixed up between healing and teleporting and all that other crap, so we'll try it one more time with my strategy. And I think we'll get it this time, but let me just pick up a couple more potions real quick. Because clearly we need them. See, that would have been the perfect time to use Brain Freeze and, you know, finish it off in a quick manner, but I wasn't able to think that quickly. I got cocky, I thought I had it, thought everything was great, it didn't work out so good. Let's just get there. In the most dangerous ass way possible. And we're there. Alright. I'm kind of doing a pattern here. Doing a few bombs and then the snake. Let's try to focus a bit more on the snakes so that we manage to keep the enemies out of our hair. And the ones that explode, you gotta really watch out for, because they will explode. And it'll be horrible. And you'll be really sad. Oh god, this isn't going well. Use the snake. Jimmy Tangos, ride the snake. Alright. We got it halfway there. Halfway there, halfway there. Use the fire, throw the bombs. Use the fire, throw the bombs. Use the fire, throw the bombs. Drink a mana potion, get the hell out. Alright. This is working. Oh god. And let's quickly, oh god, it's freezing. Brain freeze. C-E-C-C. That's how you brain freeze. Now we'll kamikaze it while we have the brain freeze going. We got 7 more seconds here. 1, and it's done. I was honestly hoping we'd get a little bit more brain freeze time out of that, but we made some good inroads there, so now we can just keep trying. It's only got 1 more health bar. I think this, if we could get a beat on it, we can do it. A little more, a little more, a little more. Yeah, and that's how you beat the gardener with the imp. Good deal. Good deal. You know, I'm sure there are more elegant ways to do it, but as we all know, I'm not about elegant, I'm about effective. Or at least just what freaking works in the first place. I don't think I'm ever going to win any speedrunning awards, that's for sure. But you know, you formulate a strategy that works, and you take it from there. You see what doesn't work, and you eliminate those, but if there's an inkling in it, you know, you use it. Like, I use the brain freeze at pretty much the best time, and that's pretty much it. So from here, we can take Imp, and we can head into Area 4. We can also try to defeat some of these other quests, which I've got, you know, 1 I can take out, but, oh, And we got this too, so we can get the Punishing Moon and the Sergeant, and we can try to find the southern industrial area. I'll just quickly teleport around and see if I stumble into it. Yep, that was it. So now we can just head straight on home, and we can turn in these quests, and... Oh gosh. Alright. There, got him. Let us flee. Fleeing is good. And home. Great. So, who did we have to turn these quests into again? Captain and the Sergeant, I think. And Zero. Good deal, good deal. And we're at level 90. So, that's that. Is level 90 the max for this area? No. It must be level 100. So that's good. We were able to actually beat the boss before we maxed out our level. So that's very cool. I like that. All it took was some strategy and some skill. Alright, and for this we actually have to purchase a heart wand, I want to say. Yes. Okay. And boom. The hilt of the heart wand vibrating, etc. So now we have a crescent moon wand, which is actually useful for this character. What does it do? It, 251 damage, and it heals 67 life for every 5 seconds as its victim slowly burns. Over 40 seconds. Hell yeah. So this could be pretty good. Let's equip that. Stick this down here so I don't lose it, and we'll try it out real quick. And then we can call it an episode. Let's see how this does. Do the Area 3. Hell, we can try it out in Area 4. Yeah. Is that actually working? Whoops. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Well, it is definitely healing me at a pretty decent clip. So it'll be helpful to use later on. It's very difficult to actually target enemies, though, when you're running around like this, so... I had the same problem with the slime wand earlier. I don't think it's going to be a game winner, but it would be nice if I run out of potions. Alright. We'll just take a quick peek into this area and see if we can actually make any headway. I would be very surprised if I did. But you never know. This could be just the kind of area to have a caster. Okay, yeah, that's not doing very fast, rapid damage. Well, Area 4 is going to be a nightmare, but we'll have to deal with that next time. So, until then, thank you all very much for watching. This has been your old pal Rosser. Take a drink.